Hello everyone, it's Dean here from iGaming, and just coming off the back of a draft where we picked up a dream trawler. I'm not going to tell you the outcome. Hope you can catch my last video so you can see how well we did there. No spoilers at all. Wasn't too good, but we're going to try and rectify the situation. Jump into another Theros Beyond Death draft, and instantly we're very happy in that our rare is a Nightmare Shepherd. Now the Nightmare Shepherd is an excellent card in that when any of your creatures die, you can exile them, and if you do, you create a copy of that token. So the token does come into the battlefield as a 1/1, but it keeps all of the aspects of it. Okay, so for example, if that creature happened to be the Huntmaster, when we created that token, a target creature that we would control would gain plus X plus 0 until the end of the turn, where X is your devotion to green. So it works best with something like the Blight Breath, which when it enters the battlefield, it deals damage to a creature equal to your devotion to black. So it can be really, really powerful. So this is a snap pick for me here. If this wasn't in the pack, I'd probably go for Renata. We saw in a couple of drafts today actually how powerful Renata is. So not only does she get more powerful the more green cards you have on the battlefield, but each and every creature card rather that enters the battlefield after her, and until she dies, gets a +1/+1 counter, and that counter sticks around even when Renata dies or gets exiled. So she's an excellent card, and a special shout out to Aros Blessing, which is a nice little removal. So I'm going to jump in for the Nightmare Shepherd, and quite disappointed in the kind of follow up here. There's nothing too much which we'd be happy to pick up. There is the Destiny Spinner, which is a nice little 2-drop, but only as a blocker really. It doesn't really do the things that we want it to do. Instead, however. So bear in mind we are looking for creatures that enter the battlefield and do something just to kind of interact with the Nightmare Shepherd. I'm going to grab a Devourer of Memory. It's a nice little attacker. You can make it unblockable, which is nice. But perhaps I want something more powerful. Perhaps I want something to be a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna keep my eye out for cards that I do think are kind of powerful and that will work well with it. So the Fateful End is nice. It's a nice little piece of combat, and we like to scry. We could mount this with some sort of sacrifice synergy. So I'm gonna pick this. It's possibly the best card there. Okay. So nothing too much in black. Nothing in blue that we want. What about red? So there's Underworld Ragehound. In green there's Omen of the Hunt. And in white there is a Revoke Existence, but I wonder. What good creature cards are there in white that kind of have mass appeal? Well, it'd either be. I mean, we can pick up loads of Underworld Ragehounds, right? I think we go for the Birth of Meletis. It's a nice ramp card if we can get there. But let's see. I mean, things are looking more in the way of blue. Interesting. So, whenever a creature dies, if an aura you control is attached to it, return the target creature with converted mana cost 2 or less. Let's see. So, Impending Doom is nice. The Oracle's nice. Pegasus. Impending Doom. Okay, so Evoke Existence. Wow, we're all over the place with this draft. All over the place. Take the Marauder, just put it in the sideboard. Okay. No decent cards at all, really. Aspect. Pick up the Portent. A second Portent? Or the Mantle. So it depends which way we want to go. There's no real direction. Hopefully the second pack. So that's a nice pickup in red. Okay, so we kind of are going into red a little bit here. Okay, this doesn't help us at all because if we are playing this, we would of course be playing the Eat to Extinction. A couple of nice red cards as well. Okay, so let's grab the Eat to Extinction. Right, so. The... Oh, mind you, this is nice as well. I think we might be playing black-red though. Either of these two cards, but I think red at the minute is looking a lot better for us. So let's move all of these cards out. We can't select multiple at a time. Underworld Ragehound, we'll bring that back in. Nyxborn Marauders, maybe. Okay, so Spawn, we'd love to pick the Maya's Grasp up, but I think here we're going to go for the Spawn. It's got excellent recursion from the graveyard. Okay, so we are getting there. Now, normally I would have picked up the Hateful Eidolon, but having what I said about the Nightmare Shepherd, it's imperative that we pick up cards such as the Blight Breath. So we're going to be grabbing that here. Scoffos War Leader. So now we can think about starting to look at the sacrifice aspect, which we use the Portent to steal one of our opponent's creatures and then sacrifice it. And although we could grab a second one here, I think it's important for us to get early plays as well. So having said that, we're going to go for the Hateful Eidolon. It also gives us a chance to get some life gain early on. And talking about sacrifice synergies, let's grab a Soul Reaper. If we are playing the Portents, we want as many sort of sacrifice outlets as possible. So another Soul Reaper. Okay, this is looking okay, relatively good. An Ulreed. Okay, that's good. A second Underworld Ragehound. We don't really want any of these cards. We certainly don't want a second one of these. So I'm going to grab the uncommon just to start adding to our treasure chest. Reveler. Okay, another uncommon. And a very rocky pack too. So what do we have here? Mantle of the Wolf. Now this is an excellent card. It's almost splash worthy, but I don't think we do. Not in this deck. Not when we haven't got any sort of flyers to deal with things. A Blood Aspirant is excellent in the sacrifice deck. However, having said that, I did make a big claim about the Blight Breath. Oh, could have had two Renatas. That's interesting. Okay, let's grab this second Blight Breath. And then we can start to decide how we want to progress. I think grabbing the Omen of the Dead is good, just to make sure that we bring back the Nightmare Shepherd, so we can keep that in play. Do we splash for white? Now that's interesting. Let's have a look. So I think we do. I think we might think about splashing for white just to make sure we have some sort of removal, such as the Dreadful Apathy. And now this is excellent. Although there's an Iroh's Blessing and although there's the Omen of the Forge, which are both excellent pieces of removal, picking up a Phoenix of the Ash. Now this has got recursion. It hits our opponents for quite a lot of damage. So I'm actually happy to pick that up. And this is a pain. Do we go for the Blood Aspirant or do we go for the Omen? Now there doesn't look like too much going on in terms of... well, actually, we can sacrifice an enchantment with this, can't we? That's interesting. Yeah, I think I do grab the Blood Aspirant. Why not? We are splashing for white, perhaps. Thrill of... this will help us splash for white. Okay. Nothing too much that I want here. Traveller's Amulet, though, will be good. Final Flare. Another sacrifice outlet. Getting a Wings is good, especially if we've got these Rage Hounds. And I've not got too many creatures with power 4 or more. I think I've only got around 3. But having 3 Rage Hounds I think is a little bit excessive. So let's go for the Stampede. Okay. We were able to get the Omen of the Forge. Now that we have that, do we play out the Dreadful Apathy? I'm not sure. 16 creatures. Is there any creature we can get rid of? Perhaps we get rid of that. It's a very weak creature. Fateful End, Dreadful Apathy, Phoenix. The Marauder's quite weak, I guess, but we do want to be playing. Yeah, so this is a tricky one. It is a tricky one. Do I drop one of the whites? I don't know. So let's see. So I definitely want to be playing these 3 cards. A Blood Aspirant, 2 Underworld Rage Hounds, Omen of the Forge, and the Wings. I guess the Wings could go. No, because putting the Wings on this is actually quite deadly as well. 2 Phoenix, Dreadful Apathy, Fateful End. Now the thing is, if I got rid of the Fateful End, I guess I've got quite a bit of removal in all honesty. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potentially. Yeah, let's get rid of the Dreadful Apathy, and as such I can get rid of that. And suddenly our deck looks a little bit sharper. Okay, so let's stick Fancy Lands in. We've paid for them, so we need to use them. Them's the rules. Cool. So I think we do play this, and actually I'm quite happy to be playing this kind of deck again. Yeah. No. We'll call it Rakdos Repeat after the red black synergies, and yeah, let's jump into the games. Just a quick reminder: you can find us on Twitch at Ardeen and YouTube at Our Gaming. Been uploading quite a lot recently, so try and check those out. It'd be a good way to spend your Saturday watching me get smashed around on drafts. Now this is an awful opening hand, right? It's everything that we don't want and more. Okay. Oops. Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got the mulligan. And this is a lot better. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to get rid of the Portent because we haven't got any sort of sacrifice outlets just yet. Temple of Enlightenment. I'm always interested if our opponents pick these temples up like early on, or whether they kind of pick it like pack 3 or pack 2 just to coincide with what they've already got working. It's imperative that we do pick up a... Okay, so that's nice. We want to get rid of this as soon as possible. I was going to say, it's imperative that we pick up a 3rd land. So next turn we could have our Phoenix of the Ash out. Eutropia. Okay. So the Eutropia is not exactly what we want to see. But as soon as we get a black, we can get rid of it. Opposed cast an enchantment on itself. No, it's on me. Dreadful Apathy, I bet. What are you doing? Okay. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Should we see what Oppo has? I mean, they've got something. I think they're splashing for the Utopia, you know. I think they got the Utopia in the first hand. Because it looks like the white, green, splashing blue. Omen of the Sun. Okay, so we're going to cast Final Flare. Sacrificing our Omen. Just to get rid of that. Boom. Okay. So we wanted to get rid of that off of the battlefield, which we have been successful with. Oppo deals 2. And they cast the altar. Now, presumably they're casting the altar just so that they can cast out the Utopia. So now I think I'm safe to... Pending Doom on the Phoenix. The pause is because they can crack this. Or that they can play that. Now that's interesting because maybe they are playing 3 colours. Just like pure 3 colours. Okay. So now Oppo's on a 3-turn clock. They've got to do something, and that's promising for us. Let's see, they're planning their next few turns. One on the top, one on the bottom. Play the land. Oppo's flooding out, sadly. It's always sad to see. Are they going to crack the Omen as well? Okay, so that's nice for us. Let's play. We have to attack him with a Phoenix. It's in the rules. Must attack each turn if able. And so I think I play out the Stampede Rider. Oppo with another Omen of the Sun. Nice. So they've got 4 1/1s now. And they have a god. Nice. At the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 of the target creatures you control. Up to, so they don't have to. They need to press decline. What? Exile up to 1, so they can do 0. That's interesting, isn't it? So Oppo has to block this turn. I forgot about that. I wonder if Oppo remembers. Ah, okay. That's nice. That is nice. Okay. So this is quite fun actually, because if Oppo plays a blue card, they can play the facet and then I can just exile it. Exile. I wonder if Oppo are going to make the same mistake and exiling of one of their creatures. You don't have to do it, Oppo. You have the option. There you go. You can just say no. Beautiful. So Oppo's using their mana to tap that down. Ah, okay. That's annoying, isn't it? Okay, I can't do anything about that, so no complaints there from me. It's a shame just Oppo hasn't got another... So what's that? Once your devotion to each colour combination is increased by 1. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so no attacks here. And Oppo could actually have me beat. Because all they have to do is keep tapping me down each turn. So that's nice. But, so I'm going to play this, but we don't want Oppo to have 2 blue cards now. After we made that big deal about them having enough. Right, next. So this well, actually, it doesn't stop Oppo, does it? Because wow, Oppo's just ramping. I think Oppo. Now this is really interesting because Oppo might not have any more blue cards. That's interesting. What happened there? I mean, I've got to go in for 3, haven't I? Okay. It's all exciting. It's all very tense. Favour the virus. So now we are in trouble because if Oppo casts an enchantment card, see what they should have done? They should have saved that until next turn because this gets double strike. And interestingly, Oppo hasn't got enough mana. What are they doing here? Okay. Rage Hound is nice. Let's go to see what Oppo has. They must tap down something. Okay. And I think I'm going to attack with all. Remember this has trample. Beautiful. Okay. So that's fine. And we go with the Aroas first. So the question is, do I eat the extinction one of these, or whenever Annex or another creature dies, create a 1/1 token? Oh, actually, no, because I create tokens on top of that. So I could be killing one of those and going through with 3, couldn't I? No, I need to... that's annoying. Create those 1/1s. So 3 1/1s. The reason I'm a little bit annoyed is I've got to keep this up just in case they make Thassa into a creature, because I can't do anything else other than just say no, Oppo. Just save us all time and just say no. Okay, my turn. Black mana, beautiful. So I think here I cast the Blight Breath. This hasn't got trample though, so I can just... I cast the Blight Breath and kill the Grove Dancer. And then Oppo will tap these 2 down. I go in for 3. So Oppo is fighting for their life here, and fair play to them. But I think I win next turn if... okay. Oppo quit, which is fair enough. Beautiful. So we pick up the first win. We were against one of the gods, so it was a little bit tricky for us, but we came out with a win, which is always good. Joff Baratheon. Strong name. 3 drops and 2 drops, all good. We are happy with this. Okay, and the Blight Breaths are piling up. Obviously we won't want to see both of them so early on in the draft, but that's fine. We're happy to trade off the Temple Thief with the Rage Hound. See what Oppo plays. The reason being we're happy with this trade is that our Soul Reapers can't block it. Timoret. That's interesting. Are Oppo going to waste their turn getting rid of the Rage Hound? Possibly. Ah, the Portent. Okay. Second Soul Reaper. And pass. I think I should hit this microphone more often. So we're falling a little bit behind on manas now. Not ideal. Very much not ideal. Oppo goes in for 3. No blocks. Interesting. I think I hold this back. Wait to see what Oppo does this turn. I could trade off one of the Soul Reapers for the Berserker. Pass the turn. Or do I save it and look like I'm trading both off? Maybe it's just a bad attack. Okay. Nice. Relentless Pursuit from Oppo. Wow. Another Swamp, another Berserker. All of these things are good for our opponent. And meanwhile, life is not so good over here. Sadly, we're going to have to be playing the... Okay, so Oppo's getting rid of the Rage Hound. That's fine. Well, it's not fine, but what can you do? Maya Triton. Ah, so they got rid of the Liar. That's always helpful. So I'm down to 13. Oppo's got a Temple Thief, right? Swamp and the Blood Aspirant. I think the Blood Aspirant is too slow for us. So here I play out the... I think here I go for the War Leader. No, I think here we go for the Nightmare Shepherd. Just because next turn, if I can get another mana and play out a Blight Breath, then that allows us essentially to use it as a bit of a blocker. It also allows me to kill something a little bit bigger. So if they did attack here, I could take out a Soul Reaper, for example, and then use it to kill Timoret. But it depends what else they play. Okay, so they haven't got any tricks or anything like that. They are going to deal 4. It's interesting how they didn't play out So this is good for us. Timurette will exile something from the graveyard. Beautiful. Final Flare, not so good. And we pass. Okay. So let's see what we have here. We desperately need another mana. Although we can... We can steal one of our opponent's creatures and sacrifice it next turn. So they are going to go in for 3 now. No blocks. Phoenix would be nice, but sadly it's not meant to be. You haven't got enough mana, Oppo. You need to give it to me. Yes, that's what we want. Beautiful. So, I completely forgot about that scry aspect. So we deal 5. And then we sacrifice Oppo's creature. Whenever another non-creature you control dies, you may exile it. And if you do, create one that's a copy of that creature, except it's a 1/1 and it's Nightmare. So does it come under my control? I don't actually know. Should we see if it comes under my control? It does. Now isn't that interesting? I like that little interaction. Give Oppo the nice. Okay, so Oppo can't really attack in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So next turn I can kill the Timurette actually. Assuming this isn't a final death, which I feel it is. Stop it, Oppo. Oppo. That doesn't seem fair at all. 1, 2. So what am I literally taking here? 3. Could just take 4 there, couldn't I? Or is taking 3 better? So I lose that. It goes down to... What are you sacrificing? Sacrificing yourself? Okay. Interesting play. Oh no, not a Temple Thief. That's not what we want to see. That's not at all. So the Blight Breath can... The Blight Breath can take out a Temple Thief. And pass the turn. Very tense here. We can take out Timoret next turn. Interestingly. It's not a good feeling being down to 2 life. Omen of the Dead. What can you possibly get back, Oppo? Another Temple Thief? Because this might change. Okay, so they're going for the Rage Scarred Berserker. That's interesting. So now actually I can't kill the Timoret next turn. Going for the Temple Thief. Well. Oh, very clever. Very clever, because I can't block with the Shepherd. Nice. Oh. Yes. Brilliant. Stunning work, yes. Look at that. And now what are my options? I could actually play this. This could be a nice interaction. I think I will... Or do I just play this down and kill Timoret? I think I do. So this 6 altogether. Beautiful. And we pass. So we're doing all right. Oppo, before they draw their card, they're sacrificing this to make sure that what they do draw will impact the game. I don't think I can die this turn. Oppo scries 1 to the top. That's the card they want to draw. Now the question is, what is it? Should I start attacking him with the Nightmare Shepherd? There's no reason I shouldn't have done. Except to... They have a Nightmare Shepherd of their own. That's one reason not to. Now this is really good. So what we do here is we play the Annex. And then we Final Flare the Nightmare Shepherd, sacrificing what? The Annex? No. The Blight Breath? Sacrificing the Blight Breath. So the reason I'm thinking they're getting a 2-for-1 here. So I think we do that, sacrificing the Blight Breath. So we create the 1/1, we exile it, and we bring it back to kill the Temple Thief. Oh no! They get to create a 1/1 from that. Ah, but that's fine. It's all the same. It's all the same. Difference being that I can now attack him with this because I have 3 blockers. Okay. So far, our games have been quite hard fought. What's this, Oppo? Okay, so that's not too bad. Oppo can't really attack in here. Now that's good. That's very good. So I think what I might do is I might go in for 3 here. No, do I go in for 5? No, they'll just chump with that, won't they? What if they've got Wings of Hubris? If they have Wings of Hubris, they win. In that case, I can't possibly go in with it, can I? So Oppo can block there. They're not going to. I'm going to play out the spawn and pass priority to Oppo. Now, okay, Oppo passed it straight back. So what can I buff this up to? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It can become a 6 power creature. So maybe I... That's interesting. I think maybe I just attack him with this. Pass to blockers. See if they want to block with the Warden. So. Oppo's on a 2-turn clock. They don't seem to be able to find anything. And that's big game because that gives us enough. So do they have to... I think Oppo has to block this turn if I play these. They could have the wings. But it's a risk we have to take. End turn. Don't have the wings. Okay, brilliant. Beautiful. I think if we look back at that, I didn't have to attack with both. It could have been a little bit risky, but, you know, happy to pick up the win. And sometimes you've got to go out on that little bit of a limb just to make sure that you are getting those wins on your belt. And I think that's what makes a difference. So we're jumping into game 3 now. Okay. And this is... Let's have a gander. Yeah, this is very strong. We've got absolutely everything that we need here. 1 drop, 2 drop. An awesome 3 drop. Some brilliant sleeves from Oppo. I'm going to go in for 1. Gain that life. Okay. That's interesting. So, Phoenix to the Ash here. Oppo's got a instant. I think it's... is it Indomitable Will? We're giving Oppo an option here of what they'd like to block. Happy for them to block that. That's fine by me. So, depending on what Oppo plays now, first our own games, okay. I almost feel like... So what do they do with this? They give it 3 +1/+1 counters, which makes it into a 4/4. So as such, I think the only thing I can do to... No, because that's going to be... That's going to be too late for me to cast that. So I think what I do... What does Oppo have for 1 white? Is it Karametra's Blessing? I think they have got Karametra's Blessing, haven't they? What else is 1 white in this set? That's instant speed anyway. Whatever it is, they're considering using it. Oppo, I don't think you know what that does. Was that a shame scoop? Did they think that stopped me from casting my own spells on my own creatures? I'll take the win. It was an extremely strong hand though, wasn't it? I'd have loved to have seen that played out. Okay, so we get the 3 wins. And we'll go on to game 4. Can we count that last game as a win? I mean, I'm going to, obviously, but... Okay. So, for those of you that's kind of not really kind of watched the drafts before, the more games you play, the harder your opponents become. And kind of by harder opponents, it's the opponents with decks that's won more games, essentially. So it's to kind of match the decks off against each other. So you don't kind of just get drawn against 7 really easy decks, which can sometimes be the case. So we're going to start off with a Blood Aspirant. A 1/1. Now, depending on what Oppo plays here, they are splashing for something. Okay. So, it looks a little bit like they've got Omen of the Forge or something like that. So I'm not going to put the Impending Doom on it, or Oppo might get a 2 for 1. And so as such, I'm going to attack out. Look at that. Look at that. It's very wasteful, actually, there. Soul Reaper of Moggus. Now, has Oppo got something for this as well? Billy, don't be a bully. Maya's Grasp? Don't put a Maya's Grasp on it. Funeral Rites, okay. So, hopefully Oppo is short on lands. And if that's the case, I'm going to play Impending Doom on this and then just go for 5. So now the Soul Reaper's got to attack each turn. But if Oppo is short on lands, it does hold us in good stead. They do play their second Swamp out. If they have a creature that's got power 3 or less, that could be good for us. We've got Fateful End here. It also allows us to scry, which means that we could potentially be looking at a final mana that we can use to play out the Blight Breath. But let's see. Okay, that would be excellent to take down. And Oppo has a Lampad as well. So with that said, I'm going to attack in because I have to. See what Oppo does. They might single block. They didn't block at all. Now that is interesting. So I'm going to play out the Rage Hound. And to stop them gaining any life, I'm going to play out Fateful End on the Lampad. And there is the 6th mana that we need to play Blight Breath. So we've got potential 3 damage. So it's your Devotion to Black. So we've got 2 black pips here and 1 black pip there. Oppo's taking this time. So what do they want to do? Do they want to discard and draw? Do they want to scry and not draw? Either way, you have to consider whether they've got enough mana to... Okay, so Timuret Calls the Dead is probably actually a decent shout, in all fairness. Have they got anything more? It's not looking that way. Okay. So in which case, I'm going to play out the Blight Breath. Now, Oppo has to block in this instance. Okay, so I'm gonna what could Oppo potentially have? I'm gonna attack out this. There we go. So Oppo has to block just because I'm presenting lethal. And I've got to attack with both creatures anyway. Boom. Beautiful. Okay. So let's see what Oppo can muster. Of note, they have to play out 2 creatures. Well, they have to play out 1 because Timuret Calls the Dead can create 1. Omen of the Dead. So they... Wow. Imagine being on your last legs and having to draw out an O-Read. So they create that creature. Did I pack the Wings of Hubris in this deck? I don't think I did I? Was that one of my cuts? I think it was. Okay, well, I don't know where that's come from. Brine Giant. That is annoying, isn't it? I think I'm going with both. Yeah, that's really annoying. I think I'm going with both just to create enough deaths in my graveyard too. Okay. Or do I... So, I think I sacrifice myself here. So it deals 3 to me, but that's a... Ooh. Okay. So if Oppo can get rid of this, he'll get rid of it anyway, right? So I'm going to play the Underworld Ragehound out and hopefully trick Oppo into... into attacking. Oh, they can't attack, can they? They can't attack. So this is good. Unless Oppo gets his card out of my hand, I can't lose. I don't think. They could actually have an Omen of the Dead, Omen of the Forge, in all honesty. But I want Oppo to play out as many creatures as possible now. Arosa's Blessing. GG, Oppo. GG. Boom. My turn. Beautiful. Good game, Oppo. Good game. So just by waiting, having that little bit of patience, we were able to kind of force Oppo into an attack which actually possibly wasn't the best for them. Obviously, there's risks with that. They could have had me discard that card. But we was able to get up... I haven't seen that card in ages. We was able to get up the 4 wins. So we are happy. We've got no losses so far as we go on to game 5. Let's see how we go. Okay. Islander. And yeah, really strong opening hand. We've got 2 of our rares. A 2-drop should we want one. Underworld Ragehound, okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to play out the Blood Aspirant. Happy to trade these off. Is Oppo going to waste a removal spell here? They could do. They don't. So I'm going to go in for 3 damage next turn. Well, no, 2 damage actually, isn't it? Oppo's got something. Now that's interesting because it paused, which means that Oppo has something. And so it could be a Phoenix of Ash. And if it is, that's not good for us. So I don't want to rush things out. I think I'm going to play the Stampede Rider. Stampede Rider gives us a good block here. And also, I think it's the right play to make. They've got Fateful End. So that's what it was pausing for. So that's excellent. Because now, I think we can play out the Phoenix in good hope. And if Oppo has another removal spell, so what? We can get this back from the graveyard. And it also means we get rid of another removal spell from Oppo's hand. Unless it's an exile one, of course. Okay. Horn Beetle. Now, do I race? Do I play this? This might be a nice play. Okay, so now if they do kill the Horn Beetle, we can, we'll get a token for it. Okay. Do we trade these off? I think we do trade these off, you know. It's only going to get bigger. Beautiful. So, what do we do now? Could put the Impending Doom. So I could do both actually, really, couldn't I? I could do the Impending Doom on... Would it be better on the Phoenix or would it be better? No, I don't think it would be better on the Phoenix. Let's... Because now we can just force... We can force some blocks, can't we? So this can't block when we're attacking with 2 or more creatures. Could they throw the Grove Dancer in front of it? No, they don't. Okay, so Oppo's not got enough cards in the graveyard yet. So this can't block. That's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, okay. So here we definitely play out the Omen. And we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Yeah, we are. I think Oppo's got the win. Ah, that's annoying, isn't it? That's annoying. Okay. So, I can only play that out. And Oppo just untaps their Liar. Okay, Oppo missed there. Oh no, they didn't. GG. That was really risky of them. Because if they hadn't have drawn that, they were in a position to lose. How strange. Okay. We take the loss there. I wonder if Oppo already had that in the hand. Because I'm sure you get the Liar trigger before you draw a card. Excellent. Let's go for it. So we want to get to the point where we can steal their creature and then get rid of it. Okay. We do need the black at some point. Okay, so Oppo goes with the Birth. Now, not great for us. Okay, that's better. Underworld Ragehound. So has Oppo got a turn 3 play? A second Birth for Meletus. Wow, they are They're wrapping in something big. Perhaps they have the... Perhaps they've gone for the Dream Trawler. Let's go for Phoenix of Ash. Beautiful. It's probably actually wrong there. It's probably better to play the Annex out. It was actually better to play the Annex out. But that's fine. We're going with the Underworld Rage Hound. Boom. So what do we play next? It's a weird one. We can get the... So they're going to get that 2 life back. No blocks. Maybe I should just... I mean, I could attack with both of these, right? I'm going to attack with them all. Why not? So we can pump this. Remember, we can always get it back, unless Oppo's got some sort of... So are they going to get lifelink? Yeah. That's fine. So because I pumped this, it's 4 mana, so I get 2 of these little Satyr tokens. And I can always bring this back as well, later on in the game. Okay, Nyxborn Courser is good. Wow. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the final flare. Actually, I'm going to play the Rider out. Has Oppo got Deny the Divine? Really? Okay. So I've got to attack him with this, sadly. Okay. So this doesn't hold us in good stead. What can they get back? Ah, nothing actually. That's interesting. So, I think what I've got to do here is creature of converted mana 2 or less. So they haven't got one, have they? So I think here I hold up the final flare and pass the turn. So hopefully if Oppo goes for some sort of enchantment on one of the creatures, we've got no way to sacrifice anything just yet, so we can't play the Portent. It's important that we get the War Leader out as soon as possible. Okay, so here we can... If an aura you control was attached to it, return... Yeah, that's not what we want. So sacrifice that. We create a Satyr token. That goes away. There's no sort of recursion from Oppo there. And we've got 4 cards in the graveyard. So this is interesting. What do we do here? I think we... Okay. Let's play this out. Let's get rid of these 3. And we're going to attack in for 7. Oppo's starting to get rid of their walls now. The walls are crumbling. And actually next time we could potentially put the wings on this. Dreadful Apathy. Okay. I still don't think they've got enough creatures that they can do what they want to do. Now that's big game in that we can play out the War Leader. And I don't think we're attacking in, so no attacks. So next turn we can steal one of their creatures. And okay, that's not ideal. That's not ideal at all. Do we just actually... It feels a waste using it on that. It does feel a waste. I'm just going to play out the wings. And... Oh. No, sorry. And just attack him with the War Leader. I think this is a game that we need to play out quite slowly because we've got all the removal in the world here. Oppo's wondering what to do. Do they block? Do they not? They're up to not to. And as such, I'm going to play out the Nightmare Shepherd. It's a real shame that we did just lose... Look at those cards exiled. It's a shame we lost the Annex. It's really powerful. Oppo looks like they've got an Aura spell. Triumphant Surge. Interesting. Okay. So, I'm slowly bleeding Oppo of all of their sort of removal. That's a weird attack, Oppo, but okay. Okay. So Oppo clearly has something, right? I think we can all agree on that. I'm going to attack him with all because if Oppo blocks with the Dawn Evangel, we can just cast Omen of the Forge. Okay. So it deals out 2 damage. And now Oppo is in trouble. I'm going to keep up Eat to Extinction and also the Scry for Omen of the Forge. Oppo might have something that... Oh, you have got to be joking. You've got to be joking me. Again. Okay. Pass to attackers. We can do this, can't we? Exile the card. Go on, Oppo. Go on, Oppo. Ah. We're gonna sarcastically give them the good game. Portent. Blight Breath. Beautiful. Look at this. And in retribution for not having it, not being able to draw it in the last draft, we're finally able to play the War Leader. Could have actually won then, I think. But never mind. And here we attach the wings onto this Sota token. And we pass the turn. And that's one way to get rid of the Dream Trawler. Oppo scoops. Beautiful. GG's. Okay. That's awesome. So we're going to the 5 wins, 1 loss. And we're doing it excessively well here. Hopefully we can pull out the rest. That's certainly one way that I've never defeated a Dream Trawler before. Okay, so let's have a look. It's not actually ideal, is it? Because these two you can't really play without having creatures. This needs a creature in the battlefield and the graveyard. This needs a creature to attach to it. This is a turn 6 card, and we don't have the mana for this. I think I mulligan. Okay, it's more or less the same, but just slightly better. Blight Breath goes in there. I don't know if that's a good mulligan or a bad mulligan. Well, we get a turn 2 play, so that's something, isn't it? Let's see what Oppo does for it. Okay. So that's interesting. If Oppo plays a creature that's just got 2 toughness, we can actually kill it and hit for 6. Be a Cetacean, what do you call it? The little one. That's fine. That's more than fine by me. Another Forge. So we hit for 6 here. And if we pick up any mana, we can actually use the Eat to Extinction on whatever creature they play and attack him for another 6, and we could get a really quick win. Okay, Loathsome Chimera. Wow. Give him the nice. Yes. It allows us to play out this War Leader, which can have Menace, is what I'm thinking. Skirmisher. Okay. But actually what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to play out the wings and attach the wings to this one and attack him. So they have to block here. And then Oppo has to be able to deal with this flying creature. Are they going to give us the GGs? Can't be blocked. Ah. It's not ideal, is it? Okay, so War Leader. Actually, I shouldn't have done that because it makes me sacrifice it, doesn't it? Okay, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. No, they can't attack him with any of those. Forerunner. Could try and double block. Next. So I just need to get 1 point of damage. And so how do I do that? 2 points of damage rather. Cetacean Training is nice. So they're drawing cards now. They've not got enough in the graveyard for Chimera. Create a gold token. Grove Dancer. Hydra's Growth, okay. So that's actually fine. Are they going to attack with anything? They didn't. So here we go Final Death on this, sacrificing this. And I have to go with the Rage Hound. Okay, and then we end the turn. Oppo creates a gold token. They can probably get this back. But the thing is, they can't attack. But they can attack with this, I guess. Okay, that's nice. Let's see if they whiff. They're probably not going to whiff, right? Nice. Okay, so now they play that on the Forerunner. Kills my War Leader. And now I'm the one who is on the back foot and can die next turn, actually. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's annoying. That's very much annoying. Okay. So it looks like we're picking up our second loss now. Essentially, Oppo's just going to attack him with everything they have. Trade that there. Okay. So, if I get Fateful End, I can actually win. So let's see. Fateful End for the win. One time. Got a 1 in 25 chance. How can we defeat this player? He correctly predicted the world champion. Okay, so we did have one time, but actually... No. Oh, no, actually, it's not... Yeah, it's still not enough, is it? Because it's... is it a 3 mana card to cast? GG's, Oppo, GG's. Anything else from you? No, you're just going to go straight in. You're going to be boring, not showing me your last card. Minus 14. Okay. So... What are we on? So we have 5 wins, 2 losses. So now we're going into the final 2 potential games. We could get knocked out after this one. And it'll probably end our stream tonight. Okay. Let's see what we've got. This is a so-so opening hand. I mean, we have... So what I typically say is if we've got a creature card that we can play by turn 3, then we're relatively happy. I mean, you imagine we're going to pick up lands and stuff along the way. More creatures. Okay. At least we've got the 2 black mana for the Nightmare Shepherd. We've only really used the combo once. Okay, so that's our 4th mana. So Nightmare Shepherd can come relatively soon, but will Oppo beat down on us early doors? I actually think, you know, we could have won that last match if I hadn't have been foolish enough to sacrifice the what do you call it? Sacrifice the wings. I could have taken one of their creatures down. Oh, okay. Ah, yes, Fateful End is 3 mana. We never had a chance. Oh, which guy's one to the top? That's encouraging for them. Attacking him. Okay, so I get the second red. Do I... I think here I play out the Nightmare Shepherd. And just hope that Oppo doesn't have the final death. We'll see. We'll see. Land. Nice. So this is what really does set the decks apart, and that's when you have a combination of excellent removal and on some really easy kind of cheapish creatures. So here I think I might actually run the Eat to Extinction just to get rid of both and also to stop them sacrificing it. Now, do I need this? I think I do. Because next turn then I'll be allowed to play out the Annex and the Underworld, Scavenger Harpy. Or I could just play the Blight Breath out and kill it. That's a potential. Do I do that? I think I do. Let's play the Blight Breath out. So did that get exiled? It did. So that's a sacrifice. Okay. So now they can't attack him with the Lampad unless they've got another piece of removal. Nightmare Shepherd of their own. Nice. So we can sacrifice it if we do get the associated cards. So I think we need to think quite carefully now about what we do. We're on a 3-turn clock. And our time is very much running out. Oppo, drag to the underworld. So we're getting rid of the premium removal from Oppo's hand. That's interesting. So this doesn't sacrifice, does it? Attack him. For 3. I wonder if I can get Oppo to pretend to sacrifice this. Well, if I pretend I'm stealing it in order to do something with it. Okay. Let's see if we can trick Oppo here into getting rid of it. Go on, Oppo. Go on. Go on. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so we keep this back. So if Oppo has a creature, they win. Actually, now they have to block. Oh, wow. They do have to block because that... Oh, no, they don't. No, it's miscounting. They don't have to block. Can we pull off the win? Can we pull off the win? All Oppo needs is one more creature. Pass. Pass the blocks. Oh, wow, boom. So we've played a little coy one there, and if Oppo watches this back, they're going to be really angry because I had no way at all of sacrificing that 4/4, and I think actually if they knew every single card in the deck off by heart, they would know that there's absolutely no way I could have done that as well. Brilliant. So we're back in the black. Down to the last game, we have 6 wins, 2 losses. Let's see if we can get to 7 wins. Let's see if we can finalise the stream tonight with a victory. It's been a long, drawn-out stream. Okay, we're against Fiddle in the last match. And we sadly just can't keep these cards at all. This is equally as bad, but okay. What do we get rid of here? Wings? I feel it's the wings. I almost feel like saying GG to our opponent. And they've got the 1-drop. Okay. So not too bad here. We can pass the turn. Let's see if let's see what Oppo plays. Familiar. Sky one. Pass to attackers, and I think what I do here, I think I play out the Omen of the Forge and hit the Wayfarer. It's, in my opinion, a much stronger card than the hero. So that's fine. End of turn, we will scry with the Omen of the Forge. Has Oppo got anything else to play out? They do have. Okay. So we don't really want lands, do we? And the Blood Aspirant is very weak. It does give us sacrifice synergy though. Yeah, we should bear that in mind. Okay. So here I think I play out... Go for black and go for the spawn. So yeah, we do get some sacrifice synergy. So it kind of stops attacks here. I suppose looking a little short on cards. Okay, they play another land. They're only able to go in for one. That's positive for us. So it almost makes me feel like perhaps I should be getting their flyer out of their hand. What do we think? What do they have? Deny the Divine? Maybe I should have played the Aspirant first. Okay. So we actually can't play the Portent and Sacrifice, can we? Unless we are able to pick up... What's Oppo got? First for Meaning. Okay. Hopefully they've not got any enchantments and have to discard 2. Okay. So that's nice. They can play that on the Familiar. So we do need another land for the Portent to really come to fruition. Ah, they can play that on there and everyone gets +1/+1, don't they? Seems good, Oppo. Seems good, my friends. What else do you have? Wave Rider. So that works out. Let's go for the Familiar. Got a Mantle. Nice. Nice. No attacks. End turn. Drats. Now, that was our game plan. Now, an Oppo has got a 3/3, 3/5 rather, flying creature that we can't do anything about. So, I guess... No, I can't really go in with that, can I? End turn. So, I guess I can sacrifice the spawn. How many does this need? 3 other cards, okay. So yeah, nothing much is happening here. Don't mind me. Sacrifice a non-Gorgon creature. Yeah, that's not ideal. My turn. Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Yeah. Okay, next. No attacks. So, we do kind of make a block now, but I'm sure Oppo's got some sort of fishy fry type affair going on. Scry one. One to the top. It's good enough for Oppo. Do I play the Omen of the Dead out? I wonder. Do I play the Omen out and then use it to scry on upkeep? I'd only be scrying into a 3-drop, wouldn't I? What other things do we have? No, I don't think we do. In fact, I think I'll play it out and then draw. Of course, of course. No attacks. End turn. Now what I really need here is the 1, 2, 3. So what I really need here is the Blight Breath. So hopefully I can... Okay. Okay. So I think that gets us. We do need to, yeah. I mean, yeah, that very much sort of ends the game for us. We do need to block here, of course. We can stop them from gaining life. Choose targets. What is this for? Just to deal a damage. Blessment deals, sacrificing blessment deals. One of the target creature that creature can't block this turn. Okay. All of these things seem fine. Right. So of course we're going to scry on upkeep. Well, before upkeep. No. But in all honesty, I think... Beautiful. Nice. So we did have the game in the kind of palm of our hands almost. But it wasn't meant to be. So what I'll do is I'll give Oppo... I'll go in with all. But give Oppo their due. They thought this brilliant. And they even beat me with a Thaumaturge Familiar. Oppo, I haven't got anything, my friend. Just do the blocks. Let me see how much damage I... That seems excessive. I literally haven't got any cards in my hand. Okay. Beautiful. Give them the GGs, and we'll call it a night. So that deck performed very well, actually. It's the first time we've played sort of Ragdoll Sacrifice to that degree. We had some excellent cards. Top end we had the Blight Breaths, fostered by the Nightmare Shepherd, and the Anix Hardened was an absolute hero. Could we have got an extra win there? Perhaps, if I hadn't made the mistake with the Wings and the Underworld Ragehound, but I don't think it would have. I don't think it would have done too much for our chances. It was just the fact that our opponent had that blue mantle at the end there, which really did sort of screw us over. But thank you very much, everybody who's kind of tuned in to watch. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to go over to our YouTube channel, Our Gaming. We try to upload drafts there most days. Most of the time there are good drafts, but sometimes we've got a few fail videos on there as well. And if you are watching on YouTube, thank you very much for your time. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Show us anything that we can improve and what you'd like to see in the future. And head over to Twitch at Ardeen and kind of follow us on there and help us during our live drafts. We try to draft or play at least once a day. So thank you very much, everyone, and I hope to catch you again soon.